Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim, I had to push this word in truth and in sincerity. This is going to be a great Millstone short. I'm going to bring out a few scriptures, relating to what's going on over in Israel and the war that's going on in Ukraine, which you don't hear about no more because what's happening is that was a failed military conquest that the Ukrainians got defeated despite the American government shipping all kind of artillery over there with all kind of weapons. Not only did America ship weapons over there, but NATO as well. And it's a failed military conquest. So what they did was, because you cannot rule this out, that to take the attention off the failed military conquest of destabilizing Russia militarily and financially failed, because the sanctions that they put on Russia didn't hurt them at all. In fact, it kind of like helped them. Really, them sanctions really hurt the West. Talk about NATO and the NATO country. Look at Germany right now on the brink of economic collapse, as well as America. But this failed military attempt conquest that America and the West, talking about NATO, tried to achieve in Russia, it failed. So what they did was they pulled off a false flag. A false flag is where they would allow certain groups to do certain things, and then they would have their military conquest, and they would have reasons to do what they got to do. Now, let me just say this: the Israeli government is supposed to have the Mossad, supposed to have the best military, or should I say the best info gathering out of all the world, because the Mossad is supposed to be the Mossad is basically the Israeli CIA, but they call themselves the Mossad. So they have basically they have the best intelligence resources in the world to gather resources, to gather intelligence. So you mean to tell me they didn't know that Hamas, which actually was created by the Israeli government to destabilize the Palestinian government of Yasser Arafat, which was the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, which was ran by Yasser Arafat. He's since been dead. So they created Hamas. Hamas is an Israeli creation, just like Al-Qaeda is a United States creation. So we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We see what's going on, and we measure in the times. And what's building up is Ezekiel the 38th chapter. That's what we see building up. But the end is not yet, because we got a couple of prophecies that need to come to pass. But you mean to tell me that Benjamin Netanyahu didn't know that Hamas is planning on doing some kind of military action against them? Of course they knew. What they did was they allowed it to take place so they could have reason to slaughter them and bomb them back to the Stone Age so they could take over their land and build new settlements. Meanwhile, you got uproars on the Palestinian side, you got uproars on the Israeli side, and nobody is seeing that this is all prophecy. But starting with the Apostle Tahal on down, we are measuring the times diligently. Man. 2nd Ezra 9:1, we measuring the times. You see? And all these people don't have a clue what's going on. They're just ready to celebrate Halloween, put on masks. You're going to have grown-ass men and women putting on masks, you know, celebrating a pagan, wicked, satanic festival, you know. And I guarantee it's going to be more bloodshed because that's one of the Illuminati's greatest blood sacrifices, man. All Hallows Eve or Samhain. You people have not a clue what's going on, man. You see what's going on in Ukraine? That's all prophecy. You see what's going on in the Middle East? That's all prophecy. Now it's starting to get deep. Now you got Iran threatening America. You got Hezbollah, which has, you know, control over Lebanon. They striking, shooting missiles off on Israel, as well as Hamas, man. Things is getting serious out here, man, you know. We measuring the time. 2nd Ezra 9:1. And you know what, though? The Lord allowed these devils to do what they do because, you know what? Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, pursuant to Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. These devils, the American government have their hand in what's going on in Israel because what they're doing is stage a false flag, get the people's minds off this failed military adventure that we had going on in Ukraine and start a new military conquest. The military conquest to weaken Russia failed. And now what they're doing is they're going after Hamas. Soon they're going to go after Iran. They're blaming Iran, saying Iran has something to do with that situation over there with Hamas attacking Israel. You see? So we all geared up for war. Meanwhile, the average Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, what they doing is they're gearing up for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. That's what they're gearing up for. They don't have a clue. They don't care what's going on over in the Middle East because it's not affecting them yet. But that's prophecy. That's prophecy, man. What's happening now, the Lord is mustering up the host of the battle. The Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai is mustering up the host of the battle and allowing these devils to show their horns on a small level because them gutter rats over there is ethnically cleansing that land of them Palestinians, man. And that land don't belong to neither one of them. But guess what? The Lord is allowing them people to get put to death over there. The Lord is allowing the people to get put to death over there because that's also, the Lord has his hand in that. And let me say this right here. Deuteronomy 32, verse 39. That's their judgment, man. That's their judgment. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. What's going on over there in the Gaza Strip is all prophecy. What's going on over there in Ukraine, wars. Now you got rumors of wars with Taiwan and China. The men that great millstone start with the apostle Tahar on down, we are measuring the times. 2nd Ezra 9:1. And we see that many great miseries is about to hit this land. 2nd Ezra 8:50. You better take heed. You better take heed to the prophets out there that's pushing this word. Hey, but we out there on the highways and the byways, whether you were here or whether you were forbear, pursuant to Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 11. Salakia 3, verse 17. Salakia. Whether you were here, whether you were forbear, we're out there pushing the words of the Most High. These are not our words. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the apostles for pushing this word, for teaching this word, for telling you what's coming down the pike. 2nd Ezra is the 15th chapter, the 16th chapter. It's coming. Jeremiah 30:7. It's coming. Because the Lord appointed 4 kinds of deaths, man. And you people don't have a clue what's going on. You see what's going on over there in Israel and what's going on over there in Ukraine. Now they're trying to say, this is how they're setting the stage. You see, it's called predictive programming. This is how they're setting the stage. They setting the stage saying that Hamas is in America right now. What they planning on doing, they planning on a terrorist attack, man. Something similar like 9/11. That's why they're telling you, that's why the borders are open wide. They're telling you that a lot of, they are letting these immigrants come in, whether they Hamites, Moabites, Hamites meaning so-called African, and Moabites so-called Chinese, and then you got the land tribes coming in, and a lot of them are gangbangers. A lot of them owe these big time drug dealers a lot of money. So what they doing is they're coming over here to pay back what they owe from these big time drug dealers over there in Mexico, over there in Venezuela. Then you have what's going on. Then you had a situation with MS-13. These gangbangers coming over here. Things is getting real serious, and what they doing is they're going to come with a solution. You take this MOTB where we could track you, where we know you're not a criminal. We know you're not a military age soldier that's coming over here to spread violence. We know you're not a part of Hamas. Take this charagma so we could track you and you can stay over here. Once again, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So we see what's coming down the pike. We see it clearly. But a lot of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you can't see nothing what's going on because you're all geared up to get ready for, like I said, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and after that, Valentine's Day and Easter. So these devils are keeping you busy with all these different pagan festivals that you're going to indulge yourself into. Meanwhile, all kind of hell's breaking loose. It's not sad to me. I'm loving it. But a lot of people are going to suffer. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. Many going to be taken in a great number. And the way of truth is hidden to the 2/3. But the elect, the 1/3, have this understanding, have this truth, and we see what's going on. And we out there warning y'all, but y'all not hearing us because you're a part of the 2/3. And the Lord have this angel that's blinding y'all, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. So there's no escaping the judgment of the Lord. All them immigrants that's coming over here from Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico, wherever they coming from, if they're not a part of the elect, they coming to receive their judgment. And that's the bottom line. Think about this, man. Something to consider. Do you actually think that the Messiah didn't know that Hamas was going to attack them? The Egyptian intelligence warned them that this was coming. And they didn't take heed. Why? Because they wanted to divert their attention from the failed military conquest of crushing Russia, weakening Russia, by the way of them building up Ukraine since 2014, and that shit failed. So they wanted to divert their attention. Don't look over here, look over here. This was going on right now. We got to save the Israelis. It's all a facade. It's all to distract you from the real issues that's going down, man. 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter and the 16th chapter is going to come to pass. Okay. You think it's a game? You're going to see real soon. A lot of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that be on the comment board scoffing and scorning, we're going to see real soon who was right. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Ababa Ball.